and welcome to episode 65 of
The Eldritch Podblast.
I'm Margaret.
I'm Jack.
Hello.
Hello.
How we doing?
How we doing?
What we up to?
Watching the podcast, I imagine. That's why you're hearing this.
What are you thinking about?
Is it the intrusive thoughts?
Don't let them win.
Are you thinking about the entity?
That's our fault.
Are you thinking about our bonded blessing?
Yeah, that's our fault.
Of
Sorry,
blood?
sorry. Entity, stop making them think about our bonded blessing by blood. Thank you.
Never
you.
let them
There you
stop
go.
thinking about the bonded
There you
blessing
go.
of blood.
Is your mind
The
clear?
BBB.
The BBB. Nice.
The BBEB.
The BBEB. What's the EB? He EP.
He's
sleepy.
He and sleepy.
Hello.
Hello.
How's everyone doing? What are you up to?
Tell me how you're doing. Give me a scale of 1 to 10.
Yes, and how you're doing.
1 being bad
Yep.
and 10 being good.
I feel like there's not a lot of middle ground between the 1 and the 10, honestly.
Yeah, there is. I'm okay.
Oh, okay.
Which is
yeah,
like
yeah.
5.
Okay, yeah.
It's not great. It's not bad. It's
Yeah.
just, in the middle.
That meme where it's like, and you tell them you're fine and you're not really fine. Did you know? You know what? Is it Katy Perry that says that? But there was a thing. There was a joke where it was Joe Jonas who said that for ages, and I believed that quote, hand on my heart, came from Joe Jonas. For the longest time, it didn't.
It came from Katy Perry.
I think it came from Katy Perry, yeah.
Isn't it a dude saying it, though?
No, I think it's Katy. Well, that's it. Is it? Who knows?
Because I thought it was the dude, so
Yeah.
maybe that's why everyone thinks
in
it
my
was Joe
mind's
Jonas.
eye, it's Joe Jonas, honestly.
Well, that's how it'll stay, I guess.
Who knows?
Joe Jonas.
What do you think? Hi. Yeah, we're good, thank you.
Yeah.
I'm
good. How are you?
good.
Very good.
I'm
That's
good.
That's good to hear.
I
I
feel
hope
like
you enjoyed the campaign update
yeah,
yesterday.
Yes, literally yesterday for
Literally
you.
yesterday.
I hope you enjoyed it. I hope
Kinda-
you
kinda crazy.
I hope you didn't cry.
Mm-hmm. Margaret did.
I didn't. Mm-mm.
Well, you cried while filming it.
No.
And you probably cried while watching it.
I probably
as
did.
well.
Let's face it, I probably cried
In the
while
watch
rewatching
party.
it. Yeah.
I don't know how the watch party went on a Sunday. We've never
Yeah,
scheduled
we
a
never-
watch party for Sunday. But
We never did one, so if you were in there, thank you. And
yeah.
a few people have said, like, I tried the watch parties and I can't do the watch parties because they're too overstimulating.
Yeah.
Oh my god, please.
Totally
don't-
get that.
Whoa.
I don't, like, the thing is, right, I filmed it,
Mm.
so, and, I don't really need to watch my own content.
Yeah.
So I can be in there and, like, just talk to everyone because
Yes.
I'm
yeah,
not,
you're
like,
not having to
it's not
consume
like
the...
that I'm not listening,
No,
but,
no,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
reacting and talking
Yeah,
to people and stuff like that.
exactly.
I don't think I could actually try and watch it
Me neither.
and talk
No
at the same
way,
time.
me
So
neither.
the people that are in there who do
Yeah,
that, it's
don't know how you do
very
it.
impressive.
I cannot multitask to save my life. I
Nope.
never have been able to, never
Nope.
will be able to.
Nope.
Like, especially when it comes to sound,
Mhm.
like, if there is, like, one source of audio coming from somewhere, and then there's another source of audio, it's like I shut down. I can't do it. So we understand.
Full shutdown.
100% we fully understand. Don't worry.
Yeah, you don't
There
need
is
to be in there.
No, ever, never, no pressure to join the watch parties.
You-
They're just there if you want. If
you
you want
just-
to come along, yeah.
You just consume the podcast however you want
Exactly.
to consume the podcast. You
Exactly.
don't even have to watch it. Like, turns out we've got 1,000 people who
Yeah.
are subscribed on Spotify.
Oh my god. Yeah. Listen, I checked the Spotify analytics the other day, and we're on like 940 followers. Don't know where you guys came from.
Don't know where you came from.
Don't know where you
but
all spawned
thanks for
from.
being
So
here.
thank you so
Thank
much.
you so much for being
Thank
here.
you, Spotify listeners.
If you wanna
Again, I
watch
feel
it
like
in,
we're like
broken up parts.
Yeah,
that's fine.
yeah.
It's up to you.
we're like super catered to YouTube because it's what we understand. It's not that we don't like want to do more things on Spotify, but Spotify is like a new world for us entirely,
Yeah,
and there's
and-
only so many new things I can learn.
when we began the podcast,
Mm.
it was supposed to be a video cast.
Yes,
like that was
yeah.
the whole point. It was going to be
And then
video and
Spotify
audio.
introduced videos.
And yeah.
Yeah.
So we were like focusing on YouTube.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then it
yeah.
was like, oh, we need to upload it to here and here as well. Okay. So we did.
Yeah, listen, we are true millennials. We know YouTube and that's it.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
thank you, Spotify listeners. What have we been up to?
Well, we're going to see the story so far this week,
oh my
which
god,
is going to be awesome in Leeds.
Yes, we're going to see the story so far. It's been years and years since we last saw them. I think it was like, 2018? 2019 we last saw them.
2018 is really nice. We saw them with Citizen. Which
Yeah,
was
we did.
Awesome.
And then we bumped into the bassist in McDonald's.
McDonald's. I saw the lead singer upstairs when I went to the toilet, and then we bumped into
the bassist in
Yeah,
McDonald's,
yeah.
and we said hi and got a picture.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're seeing the story so far. Very
Very
excited. Cannot
excited.
wait. They've just
Very
released a new
excited.
song as well.
Yeah, and it's
This
very
is
good.
sponsored by Story So Far. Listen to
Yes.
Big Blind on all streaming platforms now.
Yes.
Available on Spotify. It's a great song.
It's a fantastic song.
It's a fantastic song.
They don't really release bad songs.
No, they don't. No, truly, no, they don't.
think they've ever really released a bad album.
No, I agree.
Everyone was a little bit skeptical about the last album,
Me.
Papa Dose, but it actually ended up becoming
it's grown on me
a lot of people's favourite album.
Agreed. If you like pop punk, Story So Far are the kings of it.
Story So Far are the kings of it.
Yeah, totally listen to them.
Very good.
We saw the Barbie movie.
We saw the Barbie movie.
We saw the Barbie movie.
Yeah, it was amazing. It was fantastic. If you haven't seen it, I implore you to go and see it.
I agree. Listen, it is a woman. It is a woman. It's a film made by women for women.
Yes.
And you can tell. God, it's such a beautifully crafted movie.
It's a fantastic movie. It's a very heartwarming.
Yeah.
And hopefully for a lot of men, eye-opening.
I agree. I think it's very eye-opening for women as well. And, you know, obviously I don't want to spoil anything because it's still a new movie, but there was a few scenes where it's like, the ridiculousness of Barbie Land and how they portrayed it like to be like satirical in the fact that like, oh, women rule the world.
Yeah, well, women do. Well, of course women does this job.
Of course women do this.
Does that job.
Man, that in itself moved me to tears.
Yeah. There was many parts of the movie. There was one point in the movie where everything went quiet and Margaret went,
oh my God! So
and ugly cried out loud.
There's a speech in kind of like in the last act, I would say. Of I can't remember her last name. The actress's name is America, and she plays like the mum of the girl. You'll know exactly who she is. She gives a speech about womanhood and what it is to be a woman.
And how hard it is to be a woman.
In that moment, it like transcended the character. And you can tell. I'm gonna get upset talking about it. You could feel the genuine like pain from being a woman, and you could feel all the actors in the room. You could feel it.
Yeah.
And that got me. And then obviously at the end, the end really f***ed me.
Yeah.
No, I swore.
You said
I said the bad one. No,
You said the F
that really
word.
fricked me up. You know,
No.
it frickled my pickle.
Oh,
So
frickled the pickles.
there was
amazing.
a lot of people in there,
Yeah.
and you know when you're ugly crying, but you try to silently cry, and then you go.
Yeah.
I did that in a room of.
And me and Abby laughed at Margaret.
Yeah, and as it happened, we went with Abby as we were leaving. Abby was like, "I was wondering if you were crying," and then she was like, "And then I heard you."
And then I heard you out loud.
I knew you were.
As did everybody else in the cinema.
Oh, so
but it was amazing.
Amazing
If you
movie.
haven't seen it, you should 100% go and see it because it's a fantastic film.
A beautiful film about womanhood and what it is to be a woman, and women sticking together and supporting women. And to be honest, it talks to how men are failed too.
Yeah.
There's a lot of failings that went through for Ken, and a lot of things that I think. Obviously, it's going to be a feminist film, but feminism also includes
the portrayal of men,
exactly,
and the patriarchy of men, and it's like how men grow up and see all these other men in like positions of power, and it's just like it just basically lies to men as well about like, oh, you're going to be this because you're a man.
Yep.
And
you're obviously going to get this. You're going to have this
because you're a man.
And it's like, well, nah.
And then the depression hits in because you
can't be
because
those things.
you don't have a degree.
Yeah,
you haven't trained in this, and it's just like, you know, and like
sad.
It's not about men, but there is a strong lesson.
There truly is.
For a lot of men.
There's a lesson about being alive, I think.
I think.
What a beautiful movie, and I will definitely watch that again, and I will cry just as hard. I could cry right now thinking about it, so we're moving on.
We're moving on.
Watch
the Barbie movie.
Watch the Barbie movie.
It's amazing. So yeah. It's been good. It's been good.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything else. We had a week off. We've kind of been recovering from the week off.
Yeah, I think we're back. We're back in the swing now.
Yeah,
it took a little while to get back in the swing.
It did take a little while, and
I think we're back in the swing now.
Yeah, I think so.
We'll shill. Shills to pay the bills.
Yep.
We got a lovely Eldritch Blast t-shirt here. That was the first t-shirt we ever made, so it's a little old now. Yeah. Eldritch Blast, Action Surge, all sorts of t-shirts on Hellbound Dice Shop is in the link below. That's our Etsy shop where you can go pick up any t-shirts, spell cards, notebooks, mugs, presents for your Dungeon Master, and all that good stuff. We're getting in the holiday season soon, baby.
Yep.
So.
And we're poor, so please help us.
So give us money.
Please help me, I'm poor.
Code Podblast will get you 10% off in our store. If you want a t-shirt, Eldritch Podblast merchandise.
It's the thing.
www.eldritchpodblast.co.uk. Join the Discord.
Yeah.
There you go. There's the shills. Join the Discord.
Shills.
We're almost 1,000 people in the Discord. Which
Jesus
is
Christ. That's absolutely wild, isn't it? That's truly unbelievable.
So all the good stuff
All the goods.
All the goods.
The goods. And also, the Homebrew Challenge finishes today. It's the last Homebrew Challenge with the theme Corrupted, and it was for a monster.
Thank you for everyone who put in the submissions.
Thank you so much.
Some very cool ones.
Yeah, we cast our eyes over a few of them as they came in, and some of them are awesome.
Yeah.
And you really loved the Corrupted theme, so thank you.
Yeah, you did. You guys have really been very creative with this.
Yeah, you
thing.
really have. You really have.
I feel like Corrupted is because it's so up for interpretation.
Of course, yeah, of course.
You guys have just interpreted it in so many amazing ways.
Indeed. And
so well done you. Well done every single one of you.
The next Homebrew Challenges theme is going to be Faye. We'll obviously put up like a proper announcement of it. Faye was just the one that came second in all the polls.
Do you want to do another poll?
No, I think, people, it was really close between Corrupted and Faye. Okay. So we'll do Faye, and then we'll set up a poll in the next...
We'll do Faye?
Well, actually, we're going to do Faye. And then we're gonna do Faye.
That sounds like it could be a naughty word.
We're gonna do Faye.
We're gonna do Faye.
And then we're going to, by the time that's finished, we're gonna be in spooky season. So maybe we got some special things planned for spooky season.
Let's do some spooky.
Some spooky stuff.
Homebrew challenge stuff.
Spookus. That's the theme. Spookus. What do you think? I'm sweating. I'm so warm.
It's so warm.
It's boiling. And I would open my back door, but we're filming on a Saturday.
So people are out in the garden.
So people are out there,
and they'll hear us screaming about nerd
I
stuff.
I'm not ready to open that can of worms. So, yeah. Shall we get into it?
What we doing, babe?
You've seen it. You read. Can you read?
I don't know.
You can't. I'm sorry.
Let's not assume that people can read.
I'm so sorry. Literary intelligence isn't important anyway. We are doing the horrible house rules.
The most horrible of the housest of rules.
The horriblest housest of rules. No, we're not changing the name, even though we agree with some of them. And we really like some of them.
Because that's how you get clicks on YouTube.
Yeah. Tell them.
You watch my videos on TikTok because because it says it's a horrible house rule, and then it's not a horrible house rule.
And then you argue in the comments.
And then you comment on my video saying, well, this isn't a horrible house rule, and I'm going... I do the Gollum laugh.
So yes, we're doing horrible house rules. A few of these are submissions. Thank you so much. Again.
Another shell. Submission form down below. Get in your horrible house rules that you've been subjected to, or some horrible house rules that you might be thinking about putting into your game.
Or just some house rules that you have
just some homebrew rules that are a little bit different.
Yeah, just some homebrew rules.
We'll talk about them on the podcast.
Yeah, thank you so much. Normally we have to refer to the Reddit, which we have for the majority. We have,
but the Reddit's fucking...
The Reddit's insane. The Reddit's
whack when it comes to horrible house
so
rules.
Unhinged.
Because some people just know they're so whack.
So absolutely unhinged.
And they're like,
yeah, truly.
Can I put this in?
Yeah,
I'll go to the internet.
Yeah, truly. So yes, please do submit them. And I guess we'll just go. We'll just go. Shall we go? Bye.
You're crazy.
You're crazy.
You're crazy.
Go. Okay, so this first one is a submission, and this has been sent in by Zach. And in Discord, his handle is Zach Z Dead.
Go on, babe.
Z Jed. No. No, that was that. No.
She said it. She said Jed. She said Jed. Tell her. Z Jed.
Z D R. Oh my god! It's Zach Z Deader. I've done it again.
Zach Z Deader.
No, Zach
Z D R.
Z D R.
Z Jed.
Why do I keep doing that? It's only when there's a Z. It's only when there's a Z. Is it because I'm thinking Z? Is it?
Yeah, because you me on my way of spelling big letters.
Z. D. Yeah, that's why I messed up with Zotomoy so bad. It's because of the Zs.
Z-U-J-J.
Yeah. Z-U-J-J.
Z-U-J-J. Z-Dead-R.
Zach ZDR in the Discord. Thank you so much.
Clean.
I'm going to refer to you as Zach.
First time.
And his pronoun to him. Margaret, edit it out.
Never. Clean.
Oh, thank you, Zach. So, my DM has a house rule that affects rests. To obtain...
Big surprise.
To obtain the effects of a short rest, a full night's sleep is needed. To obtain a long rest, 3 days of light activity in a town or a full week camp in wilderness is needed. Considering we have 2 warlocks, now 3 with my new sorcerer multi-class character, this has resulted in a tug of war between rests and not bothering considering our party feels like we are on a timetable with our missions. This has caused our warlocks to be out of spell slots almost 100% of the time.
Like, like you shouldn't put this rule in full stop.
Yes.
But you definitely shouldn't put this rule in when you've got warlocks in your party.
5e warlocks as well.
5e
especially
warlocks.
like
the short rest blasters, baby.
Man, that's the whole point. That's the whole point of a 5e warlock.
You splurge your spell slots.
Splurge.
Take a short rest.
You bluff them.
You bluff the spell slots.
You bluff your spell slots.
You bluff the spell slots, and then you take the short rest.
Yep.
Like, the thing is, this all just comes down to balance.
Yeah,
Every single time I hear something like this, it's like, you struggle to balance the warlock.
Yeah, I know.
It's like, you can deny somebody a short rest now and then.
Yeah,
if you desperately don't want to short rest before the next combat because you know that they're going to roll it if they just get a short rest, then it's just like, just don't allow them to take a short rest this once. You can definitely deny people a short rest every now and then, because the thing is, I think having a fight, short rest, is kind of lame. I do it most of the time, but you can't do it every time.
And like, I think here, like Zach says it best, like, we just don't, because sometimes our party feels like we're on a timetable with our missions. I understand like how that could be fun for some people, but is that fun? It doesn't sound like it's fun for Zach and the other two warlocks, by the way. Like, this just stops fun. Imagine being like, to get a short rest, you have to long rest. And then to long rest, it's 3 days of light activity in a town. Surely that actually takes your party off of a timetable.
Yeah.
Surely that just means that you're sat around. I hope to God you can sit there and go, oh yeah, well, okay, let's just take the 3 days. And you go, yep, we spend the 3 days. I hope it's that. And you don't have to sit through whatever the fuck, I can swear, whatever consists of that. And then a week in the wilderness.
A week in the wilderness? Who's going to do that?
That's so boring.
Who's going to do that?
So fucking boring, in my opinion.
I don't know. Like, I know that there's people who like get excited by these like
totally.
resource management campaigns,
Totally, I get that.
But it's just not me.
Yeah,
it's just
same.
not for me.
It's
and
boring
you know,
to me,
like I can definitely understand that some people could enjoy this.
Yeah.
But it doesn't sound like you're enjoying it.
And listen, was this talked about in session 0?
Probably not, and that's why you committed to the campaign.
That's why you committed to warlocks.
That's why you committed to warlocks
like,
in the campaign.
Do you know what I mean? I wouldn't play a warlock if I knew that this was the case. I wouldn't play in a campaign that had these rules in the first place.
Stop.
But like, man, that's so annoying.
It's just debilitating.
Like, again, 5e, the way rests and short rests and long rests are set up is with the actual system in mind.
Yeah.
Once you change one of those things, the whole system has to change.
Yeah. Like, you know, let's just say you're on a dungeon crawl and there's 3 combats. They go through the first combat and they try and short rest and you don't let them.
Yeah.
So then they take the second fight a little bit worn out, but then they get the short rest for the final fight.
Yeah.
They've burnt some resources and they've got a handful of things back on the short rest. Like, I get not allowing people to short rest every time they've had a fight.
Yeah, I get it.
But sometimes they're going to need it.
Yeah, that's the point. They're there because you can take them.
And it's not just for the warlock spell slots.
No.
It's for hit points.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, your hit dice is a resource.
Yeah, and there's other classes that get things back on a short rest in 5e.
Yeah, you know, like monks get the key points back.
Druids
that's why, you
get
know.
your wild shapes. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, fighters, you get your... You don't? I thought you got your second wind back on a short rest.
I think you might get your second win back. You
Yeah,
don't get your
not your
action
action
surge.
surge.
Yeah.
Action surge.
Action jet.
Action jet.
Action jet back.
Jet surge.
Yeah, I feel like the game is...
We don't have the gavels. Oh.
I'm stopping it.
Because you're not looking at me. I'm back. You're not going to look at me when I'm moving this carcass back and forth. You're simply not. Who knew that these gavels would come in? We would use these so much. Thank you, Kay. Kay, I'm on Discord. Got us these. So thank you.
Go on. What are you rating?
Rancid. I nearly said rest.
Yeah.
I nearly said restful. Jesus.
This isn't quite like pestilent.
No, this is kind of rancid. This is. It's unrestful because the rest.
No, it's rancid vibes.
Yeah, it's
rancid vibes.
Totally
it's more
rancid
than
vibes.
unrestful. It's
yeah,
rancid
stinky.
vibes.
Ew. Sorry, Zach. That
it sucks.
That sucks.
But the thing is, how many submissions have we done on my DM does this with a long rest and does this with a short rest? It's like
stop changing.
None of them are really. Again, they can work if you want them to.
True, and again, we should have prefaced this in the beginning. If any of these house rules work for you, you use any of them, you like the sound of them, that's completely fine.
It's fine.
What happens at your table, and as long as everyone enjoying it, is your business. It's none of our fucking business.
No, but we're going to talk about it anyway because we've got a podcast and you submitted it. So.
And it doesn't sound like anyone's enjoying that. And
no,
what
exactly.
I think to that is, if no one is enjoying it, why is it there?
Why are we doing it?
Why are we doing it?
If my players aren't enjoying it, why are we doing it?
Why are we doing it?
Like,
yeah.
there's so many house rules that can be not beneficial for the party, but still enjoyable for everyone.
Yeah.
Because it adds like an element of tension, or it adds an element of luck or like chance.
Yeah.
And those things are fun because that's why we roll a dice.
Yeah, agreed.
This isn't luck, fun, or anything like that. This just stinks.
Yep.
It just smells.
Agreed. Thank you, Zach. ZDR in the Discord. Thank you.
ZDR.
Yeah.
Zach. ZJDR. Zach.
So, number 2. I don't know how many we have. I haven't written the numbers down next to them as well.
Margaret,
we have like...
you don't need to worry about that.
You got me covered. You got me.
Nobody expects that of you.
No. Every time I get it right, everyone's like, Margaret with the numbers. Yeah, I got the brain cell.
B Mathin.
Yep, I got the brain cell.
Can we get some Margaret B Mathin?
Some Jeds for Margaret B Mathin. You don't want that.
Margaret B Mathin.
Because it doesn't happen. So this
Midge B Mathin. Midge Rat B Mathin.
What the hell? Midge Rat be doing the math.
Doing the mathin.
Anyway, number 2. This has been sent in by Kaelyn Noelle, and she goes by she, they.
Thank you for your submission, Kaelyn Noelle.
What a beautiful name.
Kaelyn Noelle.
Beautiful. Noelle, what a beautiful name.
What was the pronouns?
She, they.
I started talking over you, so
I'm
very, very sorry.
It happens. It's fine. It's fine. So, this is just called Check Your Immersion.
Check your immersion.
Some context. Brand new D&D group with 2 out of the 3 players. Do you need something?
I'm checking your immersion.
Oh, check it.
Oh, how's your immersion?
Yeah.
Are you immersed?
I'm immersed.
What about you?
No.
Give me a scale of 1 to 10. How
You're not
immersed you are.
Entity, immerse them.
Immerse them in death.
Right, some context.
Go on.
Brand new D&D group with 2 out of 3 of the players. So the number is 2/3. That's 2/3 of the players.
Yes.
Right? Of the players.
Margaret be mathin'.
Being brand new, 6 new in total, and a very experienced DM who used to play a lot with her ex-husband and an old group. But this group lasted 3 sessions. We were all geared up for our first Saturday session, which lasted 4 hours, and everyone brought food and we were sharing character info/backgrounds. Then the DM set some house rules. Most were normal and reasonable, and then the DM announced that we would all be in character for the entire session. Everything you said counted for your character. Every side convo, question, eating, and if you tried to have a side conversation about the rules or the outside world, the DM would say, check your immersion!
Oh, damn.
We were engineers, not actors or LARPers. We could not live up to the DM's expectations, and we all stopped playing with that DM. I think that's the right choice. I think, you know what? Being able to recognize that this ain't it, and just being like, look, we can't do this.
Like, the thing is, none of us are that.
No.
But we do love to try and immerse ourselves.
We do.
We do try and stay in character.
We do.
But there's so many times where we break it
Oh my
just
God,
have stupid above board jokes.
Jesus, the stupidest shit.
At the end of the day, are you having fun?
Yeah.
Then does it matter how in character or not we are?
I think that's it. And I think, you know what, genuinely, this is obviously ridiculous, right?
Yeah.
This is just the extreme side of it. But I think when people think roleplay, some people can perceive it to be this type of thing where it's like, if you're not your character 100% of the time, if you're turning up to D&D and you're the real life you're failing as a role player, and that just isn't the case.
It's like method acting, isn't it?
It is.
Like being in the role.
Yeah.
Every second, like we walk into the house, the D&D house for D&D time.
Yeah, I'm the character,
dressed up in costume and thinking and acting like your character immediately, then you aren't. It's just like,
yeah,
I just want to kill some goblins.
Yeah, but it's like, you know, on top of that, like we play face to face. We want to see our friends. We I'm not kidding you. We talk for like an hour and a half at the beginning and just chat. And to be honest, there's times in game where we just chat and
like I'm the dungeon master. If none of you knew,
no,
just a little reality check for you.
I was gonna say I'm the moon druid, but I'm not anymore.
You're a vengeance paladin.
I'm a vengeance paladin.
No, the moon druid would live on.
She lives on.
Give me some moon druids in the comments. Give me some moon druids in the watch party. Just give me some moon druids. Hit me with some moon druids. Just type moon druid.
My moon druid.
My moon druid. And like the thing is, right, I'm the dungeon master and I like get excited for the story and what I've got to show my players because I want them to have the reveals and I want them to go and all that good stuff. But there's some times where we turn up to D&D and they're being silly and goofy and like I could push it all along.
Yeah.
And I could be like, right. But sometimes you just don't get through as much some weeks, and everyone just wants to just have fucking...
Just mess around and just have a bit of fun.
And sometimes that happens.
And
it doesn't matter.
You join in as well.
Yeah,
sometimes we're just in a silly, goofy mood and we just fuck around. There's so many times in game where we pretend to say things as our characters but above table.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
Yes,
and
yes.
I couldn't imagine. This is just insane.
This is coordinated fun time.
Yes.
This is like okay, we're having fun now.
Yeah.
Like everybody in character, we're having fun now. And
to be honest, I think Kaelyn says it best. Like, we're not actors or LARPers. LARPing, totally understood.
Yeah.
Understandable.
And the thing is, we are in character like most of the time.
Yeah,
when it's like, okay, we're playing now, I've done the recap and stuff like that. Like, my players will just take the role play away and just begin to like be their characters and act as their characters.
Exactly.
I don't need to do that. But some tables just aren't comfortable with that level of role play.
Yeah, agreed. Which is totally normal.
And I think, especially for like what, 2/3 of these?
Kaelyn said.
And there was 6 players. That means 4 people were new. I like to consider myself a strong role player. I'm happy to be in character and think of my character and do a voice and all that good stuff. At the beginning, when I started playing D&D, it took me ages to get comfortable to that point.
Same. And I've said it so many times, even now with our friends who've been playing with for years and our best friends, like, I sit there and sometimes I'm a bit shy to put my voice on. Like, I still am to this day. So yeah, I get it. I need a name for some characters for some one-shots, and I think Noelle is such a beautiful name. I might name one of my characters Noelle. So thank you.
Good.
Thank you, Kaelyn, for your submission, because I'm going to steal your name.
What are we thinking?
It's just unrestful.
I think it's just
to be honest, I don't even think it's unrestful. I think there's tables where it would work.
Yeah.
And the fact that Kaelyn was like,
not for us,
and we left.
Fair.
I think
I think it's unrestful to try and force this on a group of people who've never roleplayed before.
Oh my god.
I think that's where the unrestfulness comes from.
I agree. But this is just kind of whatever, right?
Unrestful.
Just weird. Anyway, thank you, Kaelyn.
Thank you, Kaelyn. Noelle.
How do you feel knowing that I'm going to have a character after your namesake?
You're gonna do is that okay? Oh no, you've got the name for your paladin.
I do have the name for my.
Do you want to tell him?
I think I've told you, didn't I?
I don't know.
I think I told you her name is Blythe.
Yeah, Blythe.
Blythe is going to be the name of my new character.
Blythe the paladin.
And there's another really cool name that I won't divulge right now. That I can't wait for you to hear because it's so funny but so cool. Anyway, next one, number 03. That's for later.
Why is it doing this?
Why is what doing
extra
it?
Zeros.
It's okay. You can just format it after the fact. Don't worry. It's okay. We've got a new note-taking system for Jack to note the thing. It's spreadsheets.
Yeah, it's we went from docs to sheets. And now I'm struggling.
So number 3. This has been sent in by Leif, and they go by they them.
Oh, is this Leif from the Discord?
Yes, I think so. There is 2 Leifs in the Discord now. There's 2 Leifs. So this is a Leif. And they go by they them, so thank you, Leif. This is a Leif.
Whether it is the Leif who's in the watch party all the time or not, thank you very much for your submission.
So soft critical hits. So this is one of my house rules that I use as a DM, so I obviously don't think this is a horrible house rule law. So very simply, if you roll an attack and your result is 10 or more over the AC of the target, you get a soft crit, which means you get to roll an additional die of damage. The die depends on your character's current level. It starts at 1d4 at level 1, level 5 it goes up to d6, 1d8 at 9th, 1d10 at 13th, 1d12 at 17th. So it levels up with your proficiency bonus. It's just a little thing that gives you a secondary goal just outside of critting that still gives you a better attack overall.
Love that.
I love that. That's immaculate vibes, to be honest. That's awesome. Awesome.
I remember when I was playing a Matthews campaign and I was a Hexblade Warlock, I got a sword that when I met something's armor class, I got to do a little bit more damage.
Yeah, awesome.
And because I was a Hexblade Warlock, it meant I crit on a 19 and a 20.
Yes.
So when I found out the creature's armor class, I was looking for the AC or a 19 or a 20. So basically 3 numbers were awesome for me.
Yeah.
So when I had advantage, I was like, man, I could potentially...
This could be great for me no matter what.
And it made me just excited to roll a dice because I could like, depending what I got, meant it did different amounts of damage. It feels so good.
And I think the scaling's great as well. 1d4, d6, d8, d10.
Nothing crazy. I think that's great. A little boost to damage.
Just
I love
a little extra thing,
that's
and
fantastic house roll.
Oh, I love that, Leif. That's great.
Should we put that in our game?
We should put that in our game.
I think I might put that in the game.
That's
because
awesome.
It like punishes lower armor class. usually lower armor class beasts have a lot of hit points.
Yes.
Like, because they're so big, their armor class is
and,
low.
yeah.
So it's quite cool.
I
like
love
it.
that. I also like what you just said there about what Nephmaros had. Having the
meeting something's armor class.
That's cool too. Yeah. That's really cool. That's immaculate.
Some people actually punish meeting armor classes. It's like a glancing blow.
Oh,
so it does like half damage.
I also can see how that would go both ways. I could see that. I could see people enjoying that. I would cry my eyes out. Yeah. I would have a big old whinge about that.
Yeah.
The amount of times when we hear meets it, beats it, we scream in joy.
Yeah, you're buzzing.
We love it.
Just scrape by.
I know. Yeah, that would suck.
So yeah, love this.
Leif.
That's a fantastic little house rule.
Yeah.
That just makes combat just even more enjoyable for the players.
Totally agreed. It's as they say, there's an extra little thing.
And it could work for the enemies, and it's not going to get crazy out of hand. It's just a little bit more damage.
Especially as you get like later on into the game, and you're to hit goes up and your proficiency bonus goes up. There's more chances of you doing it, definitely. Yeah. Love that. Mwah. That's immaculate vibes, Leif.
Well done, Leif. Immaculate.
Love that. So has this been sent in by I can't tell if this is a submission or a Reddit. This is Xarsos.
Is this one that I put in?
Yes. This is from the Reddit.
All of mine were from Reddit.
This is from the Reddit. And then we're going to go back to another submission. Anyway, number 4. Yeah.
Well done.
Simply, arguing between players was resolved by a charisma check contest. Listen. Listen.
Like, you could be saying the dumbest shit. You could be saying the most whack fucking shit, but because you're a warlock, because you're a sorcerer, because you're a paladin, gotta be so bad with the lawful good paladins saying the dumb fucking shit
to roll a charisma check and the thing is, it's like, is that then the course of action that is taken?
I imagine so.
See,
that's the argument that wins.
That's terrible. That's actual terrible,
especially in the hands of a lawful good paladin.
Because listen, right? Players' brains do not equate characters' brains.
No, they don't.
And again, I've always said this. I don't think something above table should be brought into game within like an in-game check, if that makes sense. Agree. Like, I can't imagine how many terrible situations that could put you in.
No, so many.
Awfully terrible. Like, what if it was like not a PvP instance, but what if it was like the paladin being like, go shovel shit while I do this thing, and then the player's like, no. Would there be like a charisma check for that?
I think it probably comes down to more like we should steal the evil magic item, and it's like no, we need to take it to the enforcement officers. Yeah, and then they're like, no, we keep it, and it's like, well, roll off.
Yeah, annoying.
And it's like, why is it? First of all, why is it not decided by a party vote? Or like what the party wants to do in majority? Why is it decided by one player if they've got high charisma?
Yeah, well, exactly. And like even regardless of like the high charisma, it's still annoying leaving it down to like a dice roll. Saying that though, there's so many times we don't know what to do and we flip a coin.
Yeah, but that's because you guys are like,
we vote to flip the coin too.
You split down the middle on a decision, and it's not like arguments. Yes, it's just like
we're just not sure what to do.
We don't know whether we should do this. Then we need to like keep it going. So then you just decide it by a coin flip.
Yeah, so that's absolutely completely unrestful.
That's fucking pestilent.
Oh, true. Yeah, true. Yeah, that sucks.
That's pesty.
Yeah, that sucks.
Let's get pest control in here, baby.
Get him.
That's pestilent.
That's pestilent. Do you think that's where pest comes from? Because pestilence.
I have no idea.
Probably, right?
Potentially.
Yeah, that makes wow. Epiphany time. We're the Epiphany Podblast.
Yeah, the Eldritch Epiphany Blast.
Yeah, what do you think? Okay, this next one is number 5.
Correct.
And this is a submission. This is the last of the submissions.
Last of the submissions. No, last of the sins.
So this has been sent in by Thomas HomeOhSynthesis, and he goes by he, him.
Very good.
Love that. Thank you, Thomas. So
Thomas Jed Home
Jed
Synthesis.
Yeah. Yeah. Tom Jedis.
So Thomas Jedison.
This was actually sent in. You're so annoying. Stop!
I'm so sorry.
Stop.
Thomas Jedison.
No. So this was sent in as like an unpopular opinion, hot takes. So I've kind of condensed just the bit to talk about here because there was other points in it.
Yeah.
I'll just read it.
Go.
Hi guys, long time fan of the Podblast. I came from TikTok around episode 8. And I made sure to go back and listen from the beginning. I absolutely love listening, and I am thankful for the safe space you created for all of us.
Thank you very much,
Thomas,
for going back and doing that. You didn't need to do that.
You did not.
I love you very much for doing it, and thanks for the submission.
So glad you enjoy it.
Yeah.
This is my first ever submission, but I wanted to share some house rules that my table has played with for the past 2 years that have either helped mechanically or have just made for some amazing roleplay moments. There was a couple of the ones where I've just taken this one.
Okay.
So, a deal with the devil. At any point in the game, if you must make a roll for something and that roll is low, my players can always say, I would like to make a deal with the devil. If they do, then whatever they rolled is now a natural 20. Attacks, skill checks, and even death saves. However, at any point in the campaign, that deal can be cashed in by the devil on the associated roll it was made with. For example, in a very tough fight, the party was very hurt and the Blood Hunter had gone down. The creature was standing over them as they were on death saves and no one could get to them to stabilize them. They made a death saving roll and you guessed it, a natural 1. So the next term comes around and they look at me and say the magic words, having the auto nat 20 to come to and slice the creature open from underneath.
Yeah.
And they did enough damage to kill it.
Nice.
The rule has made it where now the Blood Hunter fully plans their attacks because of the looming threat of the deal being cashed in on the death saves, and it's very, very real, and it's kept them from rushing into tank. Thank you for taking the time to read my submission, and I can't wait to listen for many, many more episodes.
So what are the repercussions of dealing with the devil?
The repercussions is the same roll that you used it on. So the Blood Hunter here used it to get a natural 20 on a death save.
Yeah.
Now, at any point, if they're down, the devil can cash it in and give them the natural 1 on the death save again.
That is spicy.
And like the thing is, right?
It's like the thing is that is like a tool for the dungeon master to hold on to for when they need it. It's like my advantage disadvantage thing.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, no, yeah, it is though. And like the thing is, normally when you hear a deal with the devil, it's like if Thomas, you had been imposing this on your players as something that has to happen, I would be like, that's terrible.
Yeah.
However, to give them the chance and for them to know straight up what the repercussions are and them to know the consequences of the actions, like it's, do you take it to live today but potentially die tomorrow? You know what I mean? Yeah. I love that. I think that's great.
That's great. Yeah. Like, and you know, it's at any point you can be like, take this natural 1. Does it have to be on the death saves?
No. Yeah, so I think it's always with the associated. I could be reading this completely wrong, but it says it can be cashed in by the devil on the associated roll it was made with.
So it has to be on the death saves. So it's the associated roll. So if they go back down, the thing is, if they go back down, you can immediately be like, roll your death saves, but the devil is
the devil is
now
dealing.
Yeah,
exactly.
You lose 2 death saves.
And again, if it was like an attack roll, then it would be okay. Well, I'm going to cash the devil's cashing it in. You're going to get an natural 20 on the attack. It's for what the associated roll is.
Love that. That's so cool.
I love that, and it puts it in your player's hands. And again, it's the gamble.
It puts it in the player's hands, and then it puts it in the dungeon master's.
Yeah, agreed.
It's like this is it. This is the thing with the advantage disadvantage tokens. It's like my players can be like, no, I'm going to use my advantage here because they failed. But then that puts it on me, and I can use the disadvantage whenever I want.
Yeah. I think, though, you have to trust your DM with this.
You have to trust your dungeon master with it.
You have to trust them. And I think that as a DM, you have to trust your players, too. Like, there's probably an understanding that you can't do this too many times.
No.
Because then there's going to be repercussions to it. And
probably.
Again, your Blood Hunter here in this situation probably trusts you enough to know that you're not just going to fuck them and do it in a terrible way. And, you know, again, I think this could drive story loads as well. Loads and loads and loads. I love this. I think that's a great one. I think that's
restful.
That's restful. I like that.
It's in fact, I would maybe even go Immaculate Vibes.
I would
go Immaculate Vibes because I think it's so close to the advantage disadvantage, but just there's more stakes to it.
I think again, you should only do this at a party where you have implicit trust between all of you. It's not like a DM versus player mentality. And again, give them the choice. Don't force this on a group because that would be bad.
And the thing is, like, the players never have to use it. They never have to if they don't want to.
Yeah. It's just if things are dire enough, which it sounded like they were in that circumstance. And I love that.
Monster looming above.
Yep.
On death saves. Probably going to get banged in the next round of combat. So awesome.
I love that. Thank you, Thomas. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Thomas.
And thank you so much for watching the Podblast. We really appreciate it.
Yes, we do. Thank you so much.
These are all from the Reddit going forward. So I will put credit to all the people who posted these below.
Number 6.
Number 6. Successfully landing a crit gives your character one more turn. And then a discarded house rule that was on top of this.
This was the same person. This was their rules for crits.
So if you landed a crit, you get one more turn. And critical hits have a 3 times damage multiplier.
What are you doing?
Jesus Christ.
What are you doing? I understand that that's discarded now, but imagine.
Oh my God.
Rolling a natural 20, doing 3 times the damage that
and then
you roll
getting
on the
another
dice,
turn.
And then getting another turn.
Insane. And then the thing is, it's like, do the enemies get it too? I'm assuming they would have to.
Like, crits can swing a combat as they are rules as written.
Totally.
This is just combat ending.
Yeah.
This is just immediate death for whoever you go up against.
That's it. It's immediate. That's
oh, I crit this thing. Okay, it's dead.
Yeah.
The enemies crit me. Okay, I'm unconscious.
And sometimes you get natural 20s back to back as well. You know, again, that's very unlikely. I completely understand
that. Does it explode? Like if you?
I know. Is it?
If you get a natural 20 and get another turn.
I know.
Does
it keep going? I know. Like this, I can't see a world in which this could be balanced correctly for either side.
And I understand, like, look, crunchy crits, there's nothing worse than getting a crit and rolling 2 1s on the dice and being like, Wah!
Agreed.
So, like, maxing out damage on the dice and then rolling again and adding your mods, totally fine.
Yep.
Totally fine.
Yep.
I like to just do re-roll 1s and 2s, but the thing is with mine, it's like you roll all the dice. Like, roll, like, if it's like 2d6, you roll 4d6, because then you get extra chances to re-roll the 1s and 2s.
Yeah.
So I fucking hate this. I fucking hate any rule that, like... Do you remember the one where it was like, you roll a natural 20 initiative, you get 2 turns?
Yeah.
It's too much. It's
too
much.
See, again, you know, I'm looking at this from a purely player perspective. I don't understand the terms of... Well, I do understand balance, of course I do, but I don't understand the intricacies of balance like this. And I just, as a player character, if an enemy did this, got 3 times damage and got to go again, I would be devastated.
And you'd be dead.
A player character would be dead.
Like, the thing is, it could, with a 3 times damage multiplier, it could probably almost knock you out. If this thing has 2 attacks, it does its first attack and it hits.
You're like
it
dead,
does some damage. It does another attack. It's like having... If you're doing 3 times damage, it's like getting 4 attacks. Mm-hmm. So you're probably going down.
Definitely.
And then it gets another turn.
Yeah.
Then that's all your death saves gone.
I know. And yeah, I just think that sounds like a nightmare to me personally.
Horrendous to balance.
Yeah. Oh God, 100%. Again, but
impossible almost.
I can't stress enough. If you use this at this and you like the sound of this, do it. Absolutely, go ahead. I would not like this.
If you can balance it, do it. But I think it would be so hard.
So hard to balance.
So hard
to balance. Definitely. So Agreed. What you rating it?
This rancid vibes.
Yeah, I'd give it.
It's not quite pestilent.
No.
If they were like, I'm keeping the 3 times damage multiplier, it would have been pestilent.
Yeah,
but
agreed.
For now, with the extra turn, it's just rancid.
Keep it okay. Yeah, fair enough.
Just rancid.
Yeah, fair enough. This
it's not good.
Next one is number 7.
Number 7?
Is it?
Yeah.
Number 7.
Math be mathin'.
Yeah, the math. Listen.
The midge math be mathin'.
Y'all gave me the brain cell today and I greatly appreciate that. Thank you.
I'm putting it to full effect.
Yeah. I have a rule at my table that only 1 leveled spell can be cast per turn, no matter how many actions you have. I do this because I love martial characters and really don't like the state of the meta regarding them. I feel martials need every ounce of ground that they can get as far as action economy. Some players have been upset that this isn't rules as written, but in my opinion, there is no greater insult to martials as a whole than a wizard taking a 2-level dip in fighter in order to cast more spells. What are your thoughts, internet people? My thought is don't nerf spellcasters, just bring martials up in line with them.
I do not agree with you.
You don't?
This, they've done it in 1D&D. They've literally introduced this. you can only do action surge fighter actions.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what they've done here.
Hold on, have I read this wrong?
Yeah, no, so basically they're saying
only one leveled spell can be cast per turn, no matter how many. Well, yeah, I agree. I agree.
So that's rules as written anyway. But if you take a 2-level dip into fighter to get action surge, you can action surge and then cast another spell.
As it's written now.
Rules is written right now.
I don't think that you should be able to do that.
No, but at the minute you can.
And that's what's changing. But yeah. I also don't agree that, the thoughts on like nerfing spellcasters to make marshals feel better. I also don't think that that's the option as well.
Well, you're not really nerfing spellcasters.
You're nerfing...
You're nerfing a stupid multiclass.
I was going to say, this can only be in certain use cases, right? Because you can't cast more than one spell in a turn.
But you can if you action surge.
Got you. So
and
it's
only
a very...
if you action surge.
Got
but
you.
But this is why in 1D&D, they put in the new rule of when you action surge, it's only for specific fighter actions.
I think that's the right thing to do.
And that's the right thing to do.
I also think that that's helping marshals as well.
Yeah.
I don't think that's nerfing spellcasters.
No, that's not nerfing spellcasters.
That's nerfing just real specific.
That's just a loophole in the rules that people like to exploit.
Is this a common thing? Wizards going into fighter?
Oh, yeah. Spellcasters going into fighter.
Really?
Spellcasters just going into fighter to take action surge to do this.
That feels a bit cheesy.
It is, but it's also rules as written. So I think it's good. And basically, this person just did it, and now 1D&D is doing it. Good on you for.
The thing is, again, I'm assuming what's happened here is there's been a situation where this has happened and they've seen it, and then the marshals feel really bad about it.
Yeah, I just think spellcasting's already super potent, so just dipping into a martial subclass,
I know,
to just get more spellcasting.
You know what?
Stupid.
I completely understand what they're saying then about there's no greater insult than that. But again, I stand by what I say. Like I don't think nerfing spellcasters is the way to do it.
No, and that's not. And in as 1D&D is happening, it's not what they're doing.
No, and they're so obviously buffing.
The martial classes
so obviously
are getting buffed, and that's great. But this is so restful.
Oh no, yeah, no, I completely agree.
So restful.
So I think I maybe misunderstood when I first read that.
That's fine.
But actually, no, I don't think I did.
I think you did. But I think you just you understood it.
Yeah.
But it's wrapping your head around why it does kind
of feels like
suck.
such a specific use case. But I agree.
A specific use case.
It feels real cheesy to me.
It's a little bit stinky.
And I'm a min-maxer.
Yeah, and
I'm a min-maxer, and
I'm a min-maxer, but that's too much. Being being able to cast 2 spells on your turn that work together.
Totally.
I don't know, being able to hold person or dominate person, and then just being able to destroy them with spells because they can't move out of it, or maybe if they're held they can't
I'm assuming though you can't concentrate on more than 2, right?
No, you can't concentrate on more than 2, but you could cast a concentration spell and then blast them with something
and break it with the thing. I got you.
Because they aren't moving or something like that, or you restrain them with one spell so they fail saves on the next spell that you cast.
Totally.
It stinks.
I agree. I think that stinks. I agree. I think ahead of the curve, as they say in WoW. I think to think of this and put it in.
Yeah, definitely to think of it and off your own back, and for them to then take it and do it in the game.
Yeah.
I think it is a common exploit.
Really, man, that's stinky.
Common enough for them to make a rule.
True. For them to have to specify you can only take fire actions. I agree, but I think a common sentiment you see is regarding the gap between marshals and spellcasters. Is people, they go either way, right? People go marshals are fine and they don't need anything, or they go nerf spellcasters into the ground, and I don't think that's the way forward.
Nah, just buff the marshals. And
just buff him.
There is a gap.
Then everyone's happy.
There is a gap. It's clear as day.
Mm-hmm.
There's no need to argue on it.
No, of course not.
It's true.
Yep, agreed. I think that's restful. Well done.
It's very restful.
What's their username? CyberRoy2. Well done.
If a spellcaster in my game took 2 levels in fighter to get action surge to cast another spell in the turn, I'd just be like, you can't do that.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
That's just stupid.
Yeah. Okay, this next one, number 7. This. Huh?
Number 8.
I thought you said neat.
Neat.
Number 8. Rogues can sneak attack with any weapon with which they are proficient, not just finesse weapons, because great axe sneak attacks are a little funny. And paladins can also smite with ranged weapons if they declare their smite before the attack.
Fair. Okay. Okay, fair.
I like this.
I like the stipulation of paladins can smite on ranged weapons if they declare it before they attack.
Because we had this exact situation.
Good, do we?
We had exactly this. Malice, our Vengeance Paladin in Jack's first campaign, had a javelin, and he was like, "Can I smite on this?" And you were like, "If you hit, you can." And he did, and he smote them.
He smote them.
He smote them with a javelin.
He did smote them with a javelin.
He smote them with a javelin.
See, because the thing is, being a paladin and being able to smite is just strong.
Yep.
It's just flat out strong. Being able to like smash something with your great axe and then be like, "Oh, I crit, smite."
Yeah.
If you go ranged and do that,
I know.
It becomes,
that feels that. Yeah.
It becomes almost too strong.
Yeah.
So to be like,
if this hits, I'm smiting them.
You can smite on a ranged if you call it before.
Yeah.
I actually like that.
Yeah, no, I do too.
I think it brings it back into balance.
Yeah, I do too. I like that. What do you think about the rogue thing?
I don't like that as much. I do. I know you do.
I do.
Because like you aren't like the whole point of the paladin thing is you do it before because then it balances it out.
Yeah.
With this, it's just smiting with a great axe. Sneak attack with a great axe is funny. It's like, is it?
Yeah.
Is it? I would definitely put the paladin thing in, but I think this is resting because one of them is good, but I think the other one isn't.
And I honestly, I can see so many people being like yes to both of them 100% and also being like no to both of them 100%.
Like, I get the paladin one. I just don't get the rogue one. Like the rogue one is the point of the rogue one is you can only use simple weapons with small damage dice because all of your dice comes from the sneak attack.
Yeah.
And you don't get extra actions because it scales with the sneak attack. Yes, it could scale a little bit better towards the end of the game.
Yeah, also, you know, the rogues don't get a second attack.
Like,
you know what I mean?
You take a couple of levels in rogue and you're a barbarian. You've got a great axe.
Yeah.
Like you're doing 2d6 from your weapon, and then you're doing like 2d6 for your sneak attack. You're just doing 4d6 for smashing something with an axe.
Yeah, you know what? When you put it like that, when you put it into like when you multi-class and then you do it like that, I think that's a bit different. But if it's just like rogue all the way,
but you can't.
And the thing is, surely rogues aren't proficient with great axes
either. That's the point. So it's like
it's just whatever rogues are proficient in.
Yeah, and they will never be proficient in anything but simple weapons.
True.
So like, yes, you can take subclasses that might give you like slightly better weapon proficiencies or whatever. I don't really play rogues personally.
No, yeah, same.
But like you will, as a rogue, you will never be proficient in a great axe.
True.
So
unless it's like a multi-classing situation, or you
have to multi-class to get the great axe.
Yeah.
With your sneak attack.
Yeah.
And it's just like that just fucking defeats the point of sneak attack.
True. I wouldn't like what? Yeah, I was gonna say, what is the stipulation if you were a barbarian and you multi-classed into rogue and you wanted to get the sneak attack? Would you have to downgrade your weapon?
So yeah, you probably would have to because it's like.
Because it can only be on a finesse weapon, right?
When it comes to rogues, when it says sneak attack, it basically stipulates you only get sneak attack when you hit with. There's like stipulations to it.
Yeah, is it the finesse weapon?
Yeah. Once per turn, you can deal damage. You can deal an extra d6 damage to one creature you hit with an attack if you have advantage on it. The attack must be made with a finesse or ranged weapon.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Like the stipulation's in there because the damage is balanced out with sneak attack. No, that smells. I don't like that. The paladin one I can understand, but that's unrestful. The other one is restful.
What do we reckon?
Stinky
what
poo-poo.
do we think?
Stinky poo-poo.
Tell me, I want to know.
Stinky poo-poo.
Okay, number 10. No. Number 9.
It's number 9. We had to pause and repaste it.
I pasted it wrong, so I'm so discombobulated.
Discombobbed.
Number 10. So
9.
Number 9. Number 9.
It's all gone wrong. Just stop the podcast.
Yeah, that's your fill. Bye.
Goodbye.
So number 9, holding initiative. This is a combat option we allow after the party's first level up, reflecting the idea that the party has gained some familiarity with each other. We keep the existing ready action in place, but also allow a character to move their place in initiative order to after that of one of their allies. That then becomes their new place in the order for the rest of combat. For example, the rogue rolls a 24, but the fighter rolls an 18. The rogue can reduce their initiative to go just after the fighter, so either 17 or 17.9, depending on how you track it, but they cannot go back to 24 afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
It allows quick thinking or quick reacting characters to have more flexibility in their tactical decisions.
Yeah.
And it also allows the melee characters to dash into combat after the fireball hit.
Yes.
What do you think?
Very, very, very good.
Yep.
Because there's so many times when Matthew wish he could have did this
Totally.
in
Oh my God, totally.
And he just held an action.
Yeah.
And then fired off sort of after you'd got in there, because he would always want sneak attack.
Yeah.
He isn't a swashbuckler, so he didn't have rakish audacity.
Yeah, so he couldn't get in and out.
So it was all about, well, not get in and out. He couldn't, because with rakish audacity, if you hit something and nobody's around it, you still get sneak attack. So he would always be like, I hold my attack for Rayla to get in there. When Rayla gets in there, I'll fire off my shot so I get sneak attack.
Yeah, and then it would have been so much easier for him if going forward he always remained in that initiative order.
I don't think at that point he cared. He was more than happy to go back to the top of the initiative because going first also.
Yeah, I guess things change. Yeah.
It's like for healers or for like wizards who are like, they're
clumped up.
They're clumped
oh my
up.
God, they're clumped up.
I'm going to fireball.
Yeah.
But it's like, but the barbarian's desperate to run in. It works out. It works out.
And I think there's probably an argument being like, it's metagaming, but I would actually argue this probably stops metagaming a little bit.
Is it metagaming or is it just tactics?
Yeah, I think it's just, I like this, and I also like the stipulation that OP says here, like, it's after their first level up, so they can all see how each other fights.
Yeah.
I really like this. This is something that when I DM'd, I put this in as well.
Yeah, you did.
We never used it.
We
but,
didn't actually use it because maybe we didn't have enough battles for it to come into
play.
play.
I think we forgot as well. I think all of us collectively forgot.
I do think there is a difference between metagaming and learning how each other play.
Totally. I completely agree.
Just working around that. Because you would do, if you were fighters who were constantly getting in fights and you saw things work, you'd probably be like, you always sling this fireball first, so I'm just going to stand here. But the only thing comes in is, let's just say we get past level 5 and the barbarian has 2 attacks.
Yes.
A lot of dungeon masters, including myself, if you hold an attack, you only hold 1.
Yes.
Because holding can sometimes be really advantageous.
Yeah, totally.
So it makes it less powerful, so you only get 1 attack. Whereas on critical role, say, when they hold, they get to have all the attacks.
The whole thing, yeah.
But he lets, Matt Mercer lets the enemies do it as well.
Yeah.
So,
Yep, I love this. I think this is great. I think this just adds another element of being able to be flexible in combat, which I think is great, because we all know it. There's so many times where you go first and you go, oh,
I don't know what to do.
I did not need to go first there. When I played Willow as the healer, when I went first, I'd be like, oh.
Yeah, sometimes it's not great to go first.
Agreed. Completely agreed. Sometimes there is perfect example waiting for the melee to go in after the fireballs hit.
And for some, there is. Like, the Assassin Rogue, everyone it goes before it gets advantage on, it's desperate to go first.
Yeah.
So, I think this is a very restful rule.
Yeah, I love it. Restful, definitely restful. Yeah, I love that.
The thing is, you don't need to use it.
No.
It's just there if you do.
You need it, if you want to.
Options are always good.
I agree. Options are good. Who doesn't like some options? I think that's a great one. GG's. Jed. How many times has Jed come up in this episode? Jed.
Thomas Jed.
So this is number 10. This is number 10. Yes, it is. This is number 10. So, if your character has his head covered by a hood to look mysterious or cool, our master will always find a way to bring the hood down with either wind, children pulling at your clothes, guards posing as fashion police, soldiers scared of terrorism who demand to see your face, etc. You hate fun, master.
I love how they call the master. Our
master.
It's like, I don't know if because you said master, I can't tell the emotions behind this. Did you mean to say dungeon master and you actually don't like this rule? Or do you fucking love your dungeon master?
You absolutely live and die by your DM.
You come to my table.
My master.
My master will take your hood down. I
love that level of devotion, honestly. I love that. Sign me up for that level of devotion.
Look, Look at me.
Oh,
Look at who I am.
I'm perceiving you.
Look at me.
I'm looking at you. A wonderful man.
I'm just a guy.
No.
I'm just a man.
No.
I'm just a person on the internet.
No.
I'm nothing special.
No, you are so special.
And if I go into a fantasy game and I want to be a brooding rogue with my hood up and be cool and ominous and sexy, I'm going to do it.
Yep.
And if you try and pull my hood down, I'm going to be real upset.
I'm going to cry in real life.
I'm going to cry in real life.
Yeah.
Like,
real life tears.
Let me be the Assassin's Creed assassin.
Yeah, let me be the
cool.
sexy cool. Let me be Strider.
Let me sit in the corner smoking a pipe with my hood up.
Let me be mysterious and
cool. Let me be mysterious and cool. I just don't get the
Do you hate fun? That sounds like you just hate fun.
This is just like they've had one too many lone wolf brooding rogues in the party, and they're like, never again. Our master will take care of you. Our master.
But like, it's also like, you know, I understand, like, especially if you have like a ne'er do well in your group, and you know, they're putting the hood up to be like, I'm gonna get away with this shitty stuff I'm doing. Yeah, I get it, but like at the same time, just if it's just to look mysterious, cool. Let me be mysterious and cool, please.
It's Dungeons and Dragons. Let me be mysterious and cool.
Know, yeah.
I bet you the Dungeon Masters allow to be mysterious and cool whenever they want.
Yeah.
So why can't I?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Our master.
Our master.
Our master. My master.
My master.
My master.
My master. Our master will take care of you. You ne'er-do-wells.
Send them to the master.
Send them to the master. To the master with you.
I do love that so much. Yeah, no, that's lame. That's
so lame.
So lame. That's so very lame.
You better believe the next character I play has a hood.
There's a hood up constantly. Like, perpetual hood.
Yeah, I'm gonna wear my next character.
Robes.
I'm gonna have a poncho.
Nice. I like a good poncho.
I'm ponchoing.
Yeah, I'm fond of a poncho.
I'm ponchoing, and it will have a hood. Yeah. And I will put it up
constantly.
And my master will take care of you from there.
Leave it to my master.
Leave it to the
master.
No,
that sucks.
You are lame.
Boo.
You are lame and stupid.
Boo.
That's
just unrestful.
This is rancid vibes.
Rancid?
It was gonna be unrestful until you called them master, and now it's rancid vibes. My master will take care of you. To the master with you.
Okay, this next one. This is number 11. I don't know what's happened. I've suddenly, you know, when your brain, you can feel your brain turn off.
Yeah, it's gone.
My brain's turned off. It's gone.
Well, can we turn it back on?
No.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah.
Is that it?
That's the brain.
It's in the garage for the night.
It, yeah. So I can feel. So one of you took the cell, didn't you?
Yeah.
One of you.
They saw you had it and they snatched it.
You filthy.
Was it the master?
Was it the master?
Did the master?
No, fair enough. Master,
they took your hood down and stole the cell.
Have my brain cell. Have it. That's fine. So this is number 11. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this rule is druids can ignore the swimming/flying restrictions if the beast they turn into is CR0. There was a poll. So there was, I didn't leave the overall votes, but 1.2k votes for 45.3% said I like that idea. 11.1k, which made up 41.2%, said I don't like that idea. And 365 votes with 13.5% said I think that is a good idea, but could be improved. Please comment below. What do you think?
If the CR is 0, it's potent.
That's potent. I agree. Like,
you can't. The thing is, it's great for scouting.
That's it. It
fantastic
means,
for like infiltrating.
I think it means you have immediately those scouting potentials, which I don't know if for, you know, entry level, first levels of the game, when the DM has, you know, like some things that they may not have thought about the repercussions of yet, or they haven't like fleshed things out, or they want things to still be secret. I think this could potentially fuck with that in a bad way.
Yeah, but I imagine if you put in this rule, you are prepared to deal with it.
You're prepared to have the repercussions of it. And like, let's face it, if you're not a moon druid, CR doesn't really matter too much.
If you're not a moon druid, you're probably going to want to use it for scouting.
Exactly.
And things like that.
Exactly. Or getting away or something like
Let's
that.
Just say you're in a dense forest and you use a wild shape to like get up and see if there's a break in the canopy anywhere. Like, that's a great use of wild shape, and it's creative. I don't know. I think for this, if your dungeon master's prepared for it and happy for you to do it, I think it probably inspires a bit of creativity.
I agree. Like, I never got to flying with Rayla because I multi-classed out into Barbarian, but I got to flying with Willow, and being able to fly changed the game so much. It also helped that I was able to shape into like bigger than CR0B, so I was able to actually like take friends with me if I needed to. Yeah. But I think I would have loved to be able to straight away be able to swim and fly.
Yeah.
But I also can see concerns from the other side being like, it's too strong that early on. I can see it from both angles, honestly. But it looks like just people saying, I like that idea, just one.
I think, as long as Dungeon Master's prepared for it, I think it's fine. Like, again, it inspires like some creativity and some extra uses for wild shape that maybe you didn't to like scout ahead. Like, you know, like when a wizard has a familiar that they can do this with, like take Frumpkin from Campaign 2.
Yeah.
He was...
Five Familiar is a 3rd level spell, right? Or is it a 2nd level spell?
Don't really.
I don't know either.
It's not a particularly high level spell.
Right.
Is it a 1st level spell?
No.
I think it is.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it a 1st level spell?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
I'm pretty sure it is because a lot of people like take magic initiate to get it.
You're completely correct.
It is
it's a 1st level spell. Yeah. So true.
Like, and you know, he used Frumpkin really well, I think.
Yeah, I
like,
agree. Yeah.
Turn into an octopus and slip through this gap, and you know what I mean, like it does, and it gets you looking through the monsters to be like, what can I use here to sort of give us the advantage in this situation.
And to be fair, in Tasha's Cauldron of Everything, they brought in the rule where you could use a wild shape slot to get Find Familiar, so you could do it
basically
through a wild shape anyway,
like
through like an extra body granted.
The thing is, that's probably more strong.
It is stronger because
you can see through the eyes and still be in the anchoring
still
position.
Be there.
The problem is if you're a 0 CR with probably 1 hit point or something like that, and you're flying and you get shot out the sky.
That's
all that fall damage.
And I completely agree. You know what? Yeah, I actually think
this is absolutely fine
with that. In hindsight, I agree.
Yeah, thinking of that Tasha's rule, I think
totally.
It sort of makes this...
Yeah, I changed my mind. Absolutely restful. Let your druids swim and fly. Listen, CR0 beasts ain't nothing. It's like a rat. But
like, you know, when I get to the level where I can do it normally, I can turn into the giant eagle if I want. But it just means in early levels I can use it to...
You know, like being a little frog swimming through a pond. Yeah. Like, if you need to, I don't know why you'd need that, but
if you need to see what's at the bottom of the lake. The treasure is buried at the bottom of the lake. Let me go and find out first.
You want to just, like, get some information and there's 2 lovers canoodling by a pond. You can be a little frog. I mean, anyway.
2 lovers canoodling.
Canoodling.
I have been canoodling.
Master will hear about this.
Master will hear about
this. My canoodling.
My master doesn't, especially if you had your hoods up while you were
doing
it. Canoodling with your hoods up. To the master with you.
To the master. So, do we vote? Restful. Restful. Yeah.
I think it's restful.
Number 12. Yeah?
You are. She's the midge rat. She's the math and midge rat.
I'm the math and midge rat.
The math and midge rat.
I have the cell.
You do have the cell. The cell has been returned.
The midge rat is the powerhouse of the cell.
Yes.
What do you think?
The midge rat is the master of the cell.
So.
The master.
Healing potions require a con save, since in my world they can take a whisper of your soul to make. So there's a chance that you turn into a powerful creature, since only those can still make healing potions. I literally had a tiefling almost turn into a solar. An edit forgot to mention it would NPC your character, so you would have to make a new one. I feel like that was a lot of information that was formatted very strangely.
Why the fuck are we making something that is so simple,
so difficult,
fucking difficult and complicated? So difficult. Why are we taking the very fundamentals of a healing potion that costs 50 gold and is 2d4
oh my god,
plus 2
to require a con save,
to potentially
not be turned
your
into
character?
Oh my god,
what's the point?
What is the point?
Like, what's the why are we doing
what
it?
What is the point?
Like what? Why are we doing it? Why? Like, that is so fucking... Are you trying to, like, treat them like Estus flasks from, like, Dark Souls or something? Is it, like, the only thing that'll keep you alive? Like, it's 2d4+2. Who the fuck's going to NPC their character for 2d4+2?
What is a solar? A tiefling
Like,
almost turned into a solar. SOLAR.
Yeah. It's
a
monster.
Jediah. So I don't. Since in my world they take a whisper of your soul to make.
Yeah, they're like an angel. They're like an angel enemy. They're like a celestial being.
I see. There's a chance you can turn into a powerful creature, man. And again, like I've said it so many times. Don't fuck with what your players are. Like, don't fuck with like their race. Yeah. Don't fuck with their gender. Don't fuck with their appearance.
Why are we just
like?
It's just a fucking healing potion.
Yeah, I know.
I hope every single one is like a supreme healing potion if it's got a chance to NPC my character. Why?
Even then, though.
Why?
Even then, like why? Like
why?
Quite simply, why? Because the thing is,
let us have healing potions.
It's like, there's lore behind it, but it's like, man, like, come on. There is so many other ways to get your lore across.
If there's lore behind them and they have a chance to NPC my character, it better be more than 2d4+2. It better be more than 2d4+2.
And then, like, it's like you fail the con save. Is it?
Is that it?
Like, is that it?
Is that it?
Yeah.
Is it one and done?
God, absolutely not.
Nah, that's
absolutely
that's
not.
stinky
that smells
doo-doo
like
butt cheeks.
Beef.
Stinky doo-doo butt cheeks.
Stinky doo-doo butt cheeks.
Nah, don't like that.
I don't like that. That's pestilent. I hate that.
Pestilence.
I hate that.
Pestilence. Why? Like, why? Why are we changing something so simple and so easy? Like, how much do they fucking cost?
Well, and it's like, it just punishes anyone for trying to heal, but then obviously no one's going to do it.
No one's going to do it.
Who's going to do it?
Like, that's the thing. Like, you're taking healing potions and putting such a fucking, I'm going to say a very English word here.
Go on.
Putting such a raged stipulation on it that, like, nobody's going to do it.
Yeah.
Like, if you're making healing potions that crazy, then everyone's just going to be like, well, I just won't use it.
I just won't use it.
And then it's just well, then what's the point of the rule?
I know. And then oh, pardon me. Sorry, my brain has just suddenly turned off.
Well, turn it back on.
Please.
Boot back up. Show me booting back up.
Oh.
No!
She booted down.
She booted down another level. No!
Yeah, no, I hate that.
That's doo-doo butt cheeks.
Stinky. Stinky.
Doo butt cheeks.
So the next one, number 12. No, number 13.
Correct.
Number 13.
The brain cell's back, baby.
Yeah, it's back. It's
bouncing around, but it's back for a second.
It's bouncing on them walls.
Yeah.
So necrotic damage is a permanent reduction in HP. The level 7 or maybe level 8 fighter now has 39 HP.
Is that permanent?
Permanent.
Okay, well, that's fucking stupid.
Like, what?
That's fucking stupid.
Yeah, well, there you go. There's your answer. That, like... Why? Again, I feel like so many of these is like, why? Like, what's
the point? Like, the necrotic damage is very common.
Well, and it's like, if you're going to make it be a permanent thing, which I don't think you should never make the reduction of something like your character's stats permanent, like, there has to be a good story reason for it, right?
Like, yeah, there has to be. Like, necrosis has, like, ravaged the world.
Yeah, and it has to be for a reason.
Yeah, and I still wouldn't do it for
permanent. Of course not.
Reduction in, like, necrotic damage reducing hit points, let's just say vampires or something like that, it's very common for it to just last until your next long rest.
Yeah.
And it can be a super awesome mechanic, and lowering your PC's hit points on like a dungeon crawl.
Totally.
It definitely ups the ante and ups the stakes, and you can definitely use it as a great mechanic, but permanently?
Permanently, no.
We don't even like rolling 1 on hit dice when we level up.
I know.
Why are we doing this?
Imagine being 7 or 8 and the fighter as well, and having 39 HP.
At level 7 or 8?
What's the point?
It's fucking
What's
terrible.
the point?
It's fucking stupid.
What's the point? I just don't understand why you would ever want to do that to one of your players.
Because you're nasty.
You're nasty.
You're a nasty pasty.
My master will hear about this.
My master will be hearing about this.
My master will be hearing about this.
You better not have had your hood up when you were doing these actions. Goodness gracious.
Master's going to have your life.
Master's going to have your guts for garters.
Yeah, Master's going to prepare them children tugging at your clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Total
pestilent.
This is fucking pestilent.
Literally, necrotic. Who is it that says necrotic in the watch party?
Someone says necrotic.
Is it Nat? I'm not sure. Necrotic vibes.
Necrotic vibes.
Yep. Agree.
Like, very fitting. Yep. Necrotic vibes.
Necrotic vibes. Terrible.
Why?
Like,
there better be a reason. There better be. If there's not even a reason, it's bad with a reason.
I know.
But without a reason.
I know. And then, like, again, if you're doing it and you're doing it constantly as well,
like,
tell me you hate your players.
You hate them.
Tell me you hate them.
You hate them and you can't wait to kill them. You hate them and you can't
Why
wait to
be
kill
DM?
them. Why be a dungeon master when you just want to be stinky doo-doo butt cheeks?
Oh, stinky. I hate it.
Master will be hearing about you.
Master has heard.
Master has heard.
Master has heard. So, this is the last one. I thought we had more, but...
We have 14.
We have 14.
That's a lot.
That's one more than 13 and one less than 15.
She's got the brain cell.
What do you think?
The brain cell's back.
Quick, give me
Lock
a
it in.
mathematical...
Lock it in. Lock it down. Lock it down.
Lock it in.
Lock it in.
You're never getting this cell back. Okay, the last one. This is the last. It's 14. So, when you roll the dice and it hits the floor, re-roll it. If it hits the floor again, it's an automatic 1, regardless of what you were doing. It really helps prevent annoying people that confuse the word roll for throw.
I read this one and I was like,
listen,
this has to go into the podcast.
Like, listen, it's annoying people.
annoying people.
Tell me this is like a subtweet without telling me this is a subtweet.
Like, the thing is, right, show me now. Everybody show me. Tell me who you are. Tell me who you are. Pick up a dice.
Yep, got one.
Are you picking up the big one?
I'm picking up the big one. No,
How do you roll? Because everybody's got a roll.
True.
Everybody's got a roll.
In fact, So, is there loads of noise in here?
Who cares? It's a podcast.
There's noise.
There's noise. Okay, move that out of the way. Okay.
No.
Here's
Okay,
the tray. How do you roll?
I do a little one of these.
You cook it,
and I go like that.
Do you just roll it out your hand like that? Okay.
Yeah.
I do
I got a 4.
I do a little bit of a Travis William.
Go on.
I give it a little
zest.
Yeah, I like to give it some backspin.
I hope you didn't hear that burp. I'm sorry.
So I cook it.
Yep.
And then I throw it up and let it come out my pinky.
Can't relate. I simply go like that.
Give it a go.
Okay, so I throw it up.
No, so you gotta put your hand like that, yeah, and then you want to do that
towards myself.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah, no, that hurts.
It hurts.
I think I have hypermobility in my bones. Look, right.
Podcast revelation.
No, listen. Can you do this? Can you pinch your fingers together?
Yeah.
And you can do that.
Yeah.
That's hypermobility. Did you know that? Can you do that thing where you turn just do your fingers, the ends of your fingers like that? I can't do it.
Yes.
Hypermobility.
I've got hypermobility.
You're hypermobile. Who knew?
Sorry. So, how do you roll? Because there's so many different types of rolls. Have you seen Sam Riegel roll his dice?
That's so loud. I apologize.
This is a personal attack on Josh.
Oh, I was gonna say, reading that is Josh.
Josh simply just gives it.
He just gives it one of them.
Yeah, he just gives it one.
He just gives it one of them.
He just throws it.
He just literally.
Are you a thrower or are you a roller?
I got a 20.
Bum, 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 ba-dum, ba-dum, bum.
Yeah, like this. Listen, if this was a rule against Josh, you would have been dead many eons ago.
I've missed. Wait, what are you doing?
No more noise.
So I haven't played Dungeons and Dragons in a week.
No.
Well, in a week and a half.
No,
it's 2 weeks.
It's 2 weeks.
No, it's 2 weeks and a half. It's a week and a half.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I've been thinking about rolling dice.
You've been thinking about rolling dice?
Because I just want to roll some dice. 17, 8, and 7.
Nice.
Not very good.
No.
So if it lands on the floor, you get one reroll. If it lands on the floor again, it's a natural
one.
Because you're annoying.
Josh should be dead. The thing is, Josh doesn't drop them on the floor. I've never seen a man. We have, they're not here. We have little dice trays, which are kind of akin to the size of this. Yeah. We have 2 of them. It's rare that he gets it in the actual tray. He'll just go like that.
And Matthew's got a new thing. He likes the mini dice.
You know the ones that look like tiny little
really
teeth?
Small dice. And felt things like the trays that we use. Sometimes you roll them and they're so small.
They get cocked really easily.
They land flat, but don't even land on a proper number.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love it's like between a throw and a roll for me.
Yeah.
Yours is just a roll.
Mine's simply
Josh's is.
And
I've like Sam Riegel, he just picks it up and just throws it into this. That Ashley Johnson. Have you seen Ashley Johnson? She's got the high wall tray because she just picks it up and she just goes.
But tell me, you've had someone at your table who throws them on the floor.
Are you a thrower?
And you're pissed off about it.
Or are you a roller?
Roll your dice? I'd like to know.
I want you to tell me in the comments if you're a thrower or a roller.
Yeah. I need to know, actually.
It's
important for your application. What application you say? Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. The master will see your application.
Yeah, the master will see you after this.
The master will see you after this.
Yes.
It's time for you to see the master.
It's time for you to see the master.
Is your ticket number 666? It's time for you to see the master.
Time for you to see the master. Who are we to stop you with your meeting with the master? You know?
I would never do
No,
I would never stop anyone from meeting the master.
I think that's about it then, isn't it, really?
I think so.
It's a
shorter one.
What do we think? What do we think about that rule?
That's
just funny.
Let me just that rule.
Go on.
Immaculate.
Going to the master.
Pestilence.
Yeah, I think it's just funny.
It's pestilence.
That can't be a real rule. That can't be a real rule.
You think it's funny?
Yeah.
To the master with you.
Oh.
To the master with you.
I guess I'll go.
To the master with you. Go on.
I guess I'll go.
Go on.
I'll be seeing them.
I'll be seeing
you.
Okay. This has been a pretty unhinged episode.
Yeah. Did you know? No, it doesn't matter.
The master will see you now.
It doesn't matter. I forgot the fact already.
No, I want to hear it.
It's about hypermobility.
Okay.
Apparently, people who have hypermobility are more likely to have ADHD. Who knew? Not me. No! Ah! Oh, there's another thing. There's something else that is a sign of it, but I can't recall what.
I put my thumb behind my hand.
I think that's what it is. I think that might be it. Yeah, no, I don't know.
My hands are sweaty, so I can't keep that. But I can put my thumb behind my hand.
Did you know this is like a year ago, we were asleep in bed, right?
Oh, God.
We were asleep in bed, and the dog sleeps in the bed with us. I don't want to hear about it.
The dog starts in his bed, and then he gets on the bed about halfway through the night.
And it's a joy.
Yeah, it's a joy. We love it.
But he's a big boy,
he's
right?
A big lad.
And he tried to stand on his dad's head, as he does.
He comes up, and because he wants to get up and then under the cover, he gets up and he has to like turn around at the top. And he walked up to the top of the bed, and he just put his foot
in your mouth,
in my mouth, while I was asleep. And I was like,
foot and mouth.
So he put his foot in my mouth, and I was like, ah! And so I got up and I pushed him out my mouth.
I was sleeping for some reason like this.
Yeah.
And he pushed the dog onto my thumb, and it's never been the same.
Weak thumbs.
I've got weak thumbs.
Now she says she's got weak thumbs.
Now I've got weak thumbs. Is there anything else we'd like to omit on this podcast?
You've got weak thumbs?
Yep.
To the master with you.
Oh, Jack, that's so loud.
Okay, let's wrap this baby up.
That's it. That's your fill. I hope you enjoyed it.
Go and pick up some bits and bobs from Hellbound Dice if you want to. Code Podblast for 10% off. www.ldpodblast.co.uk. Get yourself some merch. Get yourself in the Discord. There'll be another homebrew challenge posted next week, so you can take part in that. Join some watch parties, go and make some groups and stuff in there and have a great amount of time.
Go see the master.
Go and see the master. The master will be in there and he will see you now.
Yeah.
666 and the devil.
That's absolutely not a 666.
It's a 1, a 5, a 4, and a 2. There wasn't a single 6.
Get out of here.
Like the video, hit the bell button to be notified when we upload a video on a Monday and a Thursday. There'll be no episodes on Wednesday because that's when I see the master.
That's our master time.
That's the time where
that's time for being the master.
Comment down below with whatever you want. It helps the algorithm. It helps the video. It lets more people see it so we can grow this community. So you better do it. And if you don't, to the master with you. Subscribe if you haven't. I know most of you have. I love you.
I love you.
Bully loves you.
The master. Well,
the master.
We don't want to speak for them.
The master is all loving and all knowing.
Interesting. We're not a cult.
No.
No.
And we will see you on Thursday.
Bye.
Bye.